Alright, we're going to do some heeling. We're going to work on heel, which she does really well at. But we got to tighten it up a little bit. Heel, Reba, heel. Yes. So I got to tune her up a little bit because she's kind of in front of me. Her turns are great, but I'm trying to get her, yes, in this spot, which is right next to my hip. So that's why I'm giving her treats where I'm giving them to her. So one of the things she has to work on is she walks pretty good on the leash. Up. But we gotta fine tune it because her owner needs that. Good. Yeah. So she does really good with spatial pressure, which is what those left hand turns really do. Our speed up. Our turn. Yes. Sit. 2. Yes. So her tune-up is kind of like all the time because she already knows a lot. So we're kind of taking her from here to get her like here for her owner. Good girl. Heel. Sit. Yes. Heel. Sit. Yes. So this is my second session with her. Heel. My first session, yes, was doing, yeah. So you can even see when I make those turns, she's with me, but she wants to just jet out a little bit. Right there. So I'm using my payment more next to my hip. Yes. So that she stays right here and doesn't go out there. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Boom. Right there. Yeah. Good. Sit. Yes. Oh, yeah, that was a good one, huh? Good. Heel. We'll go up here. We'll do a left-hand turn again. A lot of body movement when I make my lefts, so she gets out of my way. Yes. That's what you want from your dog on your left-hand turns. You want them to get out of your way when you turn. So if you're in a confined spot like this sidewalk, I can turn up, and I want her to move because I don't have a lot of room to turn around. So I'm just teaching her to do that, which she's doing excellent with. Yes. Yes. And then again, always paying right off my hip. Sit. Yes. Good. Stay. So now we're going to start doing some stays, which she already knows this, but I'm reinforcing it with her, and then we're going to start dumping in distractions, which for her is the ball. That's her big thing. So that's what we're going to work on. Stay. So if you're starting this new with your dog, stays mean that you want your dog to stay and you are going away from the dog. So I'm not going to tell my dog to sit and stay when I'm right next to the dog. I'm going to tell my dog to sit. If I'm having a conversation with somebody, I'm going to tell the dog to sit, and it's an implied sit. So that's an implied command to stay in that position until I let you go. Stays is I want you to stay in this spot, and I'm going to go to a different spot. Stay. And you start real close, side to side. See how she run on her hip? She's telling me she knows she's going to be here for a while. But if this is new to you and new to your dog, you're going to start side to side, yes. And you pay every time you do a movement and the dog holds the position, yes. So what we're telling the dog is every time I do something, you get paid for it if you stay in that spot, yes. And I give it a verbal marker. You can say good, you can say whatever you want. I use yes. Now I'm going to drop more slack and I'm going to back away. I'm going to do the same thing, side to side. Good. These treats are so hard to break up right now. Good. So this is impromptu. This is another thing. This is going to be distraction. We're going to throw the food on the ground. She can't go for the food. Yes. If she doesn't, I pay her. Yes. Good. Do it again. Food on the ground. Doesn't mean you can go for it. Yes. So that's an example of distraction in the sit. Sit. Good. So once you've mastered this, kind of side to side, you go a little bit farther back. Always paying. Now the big one is 360 around the dog. Yes. And then we pay when we get back to the front. That's a hard one for them because they don't know what's going on behind them. So they want to break that position to see what you're doing. Yes. Stay. Yes. Good. Good. Stay. So this is a good time too for me to talk about the 3 Ds, which is duration, distance, and distraction. So what we're doing right now is duration. Hold the sit for a long amount of time. Distraction, we did some of that with throwing food on the ground. And then what's the last one? Distance. So you practice your distance. Now I'm going to back further and further away. Do the same thing. If you had other things to throw on the ground, you just start dumping in more distraction. And every time they pass, you pay. Yes. Good. And then I'm going to break her. Okay. Good job. Good job. So now the big test for her is going to be not going for something she wants to chase, which I have this ball on a string over here, which is what we're going to use. She really likes this. Hey. Hey. Yeah. So I'm just kind of enticing her right now with it. Like, hey, isn't that ball exciting? Isn't that fun? Don't you want to play with it? And now we're going to do the same thing, but with the ball. Good girl. Sit. Good. Yes. So notice there I didn't say stay because I'm next to her. Right? So that's just another implied sit. Yes. Good. Now I'm going to do a stay. Stay. Good. Yes. Yes. And this is called a jackpot. Yes. She's getting 3 treats rapid fire. Stay. Sit. I'm also following through on her doing a sit, not a down. Up. Good. Stay. Yes. Stay. So these are all up. These are all just little things that sometimes in our head we think, well, what does it matter if she goes into a down? Well, it matters because I told her to do a sit, not a down. So that's just a little nuance of obedience. Stay. Yeah. That's okay. No problem. Yeah. You too. Up. Good. Stay. So since she keeps going into a down, I'm going to do a stay with the leash to correct if she tries to go in a down. Yes. Good. Good. Stay. Ah. Ah. So now I'm giving her a little bit of a leash correction on that instead of just the verbal because she's done it so many times. Stay. Actually, babe, do you mind just grabbing that for me? It's okay if you do it while you're taping. Good girl. And actually, if you just want to pick it up, just throw it over that way. Yes. So the higher level of distraction, the more I'm going to pay her. Yes. Yes. Good. Good. Okay. And now she can play. Good girl. Good job. Good job. Go get it. Because this is really what she wants to do, right? She's chocolate lab, high on life, wants to retrieve till the sun goes down. So I'm just using that. I'm also using food, but the big payoff is if I listen to this guy and what he's doing, at the end I get to play with this toy. Where'd you go? Where'd it go? Boom. So we're just incorporating both. Good job. Yeah. Good job. Good. Good girl. Good job, Reba. Good job, Reba. Good. Drop. Good. Good job. And then this is what I would just do with her just over and over again. Sit. Good. Good. See that? Impulse control. Yes. Good. And this is just what we need to do in our dogs. With Reba, she wants to fetch all day. But you might have a dog that likes to chase squirrels or likes to do whatever their thing is that they are like, forget you, I'm going to go do that. You find out what that thing is and you condition the dog not to go after that thing while they're in a command that you're giving them. And you just do it over and over and over. And then you ramp in more distractions, higher level distractions, so that the dog learns that no matter what, I have to listen to my owner.